to 12 FPS. My name is Magic. I play a goat man. Also, this is part 5 of the written word and the unspoken herd. So if you haven't seen the other 4 parts of this FPS, please go watch them. Or don't. I can't control your life. Anyway, I play a terrible goat man called Seeker, and today I am here with my lovely friend and partner.
Hi, I'm Authenticity. I don't know if that cat noise, it feels charitable to call it a meow, was caught on recording, but that's my responsibility. Today I'll be playing Captain Coriolis of the Vengeful Dead. It was funny when they picked the name out. Yeah.
Okay. I have to do opening shots. We fade back into scene after our long break, cause it's been a while. To Coriolis. We're in the sort of like med bay area of this ship. There's a singular cot, that is housing a very, very large half giant. And sleeping on top of that half giant, is a very much smaller satyr.
Yeah, it's, for those of you that did not catch part 4, there was only one bed in our characters.
Yup. Right. But it's dark in this cabin. Probably sort of nighttime-ish. But this is not where we wake up. Coriolis, you sort of, I wouldn't say awaken. It's more of a come to awareness. You seem to be sitting at like a table. It's wooden, it's bright. You can hear noise in the distance. And okay, what do I want to do first? I need to remember my stuff because I don't actually have real notes on me. I am so sorry.
I pet you.
I am an amazing DM.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Does their back hurt right now? And actually,
their back does not.
Their back doesn't
Yes?
hurt. Can they see out of both eyes?
They can.
How tall are they?
Tall.
Okay. I don't know how cognizant Coriolis is of all those things, but already something's weird.
You hear the noise and you kind of look up, look around. Do you wanna roll a perception check?
Sure. Wait, shit. Did I accidentally close? Oh no, here it is. Perception.
Sorry, I have to get out of the gallery and go to the actual thing.
Perception.
Perception. Holy shit! Nat 20? Fuck! Okay. Coriolis, you appear to be in some sort of... it's a strange mix between a bar setting and what looks to be a sort of highbrow society party. It's got people who are wearing very like stylish, decorative clothes. There are drinks being passed and handed around, seemingly to just everyone. And hold on, let me gather my spoons. There's different people of like different sort of builds, but like if you try looking at them, you can't process their faces. And as you're listening, you realize you can't process their words either. Even like at this table that you're sitting at, you can't. There's other people at this table with you. You don't know these people. You can't hear what these people are saying. It's also, while looking like around at some of the walls, some of them transition very strangely from this more high class setting into a more rustic sort of bar.
Mm-hmm.
It contrasts weirdly. But in this state, you can also notice the drinks at the table. There are two kinds of drinks that seem to be served at this party bar. There is one of the drinks looks very familiar to you, Coriolis.
No.
It is this sort of warm, kind of dark honeyish colored drink, with this nice light sort of like cream on the top. Kind of looks like beer, but it isn't. You know it isn't. And it has a very decorative sort of netting pattern at the top with some sort of caramel.
They remember where they've seen this before, don't they?
Mm-hmm. But curiously enough, Coriolis, like just as you sort of process that drink, there's a drink that's like not handed, that's sort of like placed at your edge of the table, like you had ordered it. And you hear distinctly a lady's voice, "Here you go, sugar." Looking at the waitress, you can see her face. She looks just like a normal sort of human. However, with that nat 20, I will note all of these waitresses look the exact same. It's uncanny. You have not been handed the drink you're familiar with. You've been handed this sort of it's in a cocktail glass. It's got a little umbrella sticking out of it. And at the bottom of the drink, there's this sort of red syrup that seems to be floating sort of decoratively upwards into a more dark bluish water. It's got these little, very decorative ice cubes in it that kind of look like sharks. This is not your drink, Coriolis.
This isn't my drink.
The lady's already gone.
And there's everyone at the table has one sort of drink or the other.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to lift the table's edge and just sort of let all of the drinks slide off the opposite edge onto the floor.
Nobody seems to fucking notice.
Are the drinks gone, though?
The drinks have fallen to the floor. They're kind of spilling in an interesting pool that mixes the colors. There's probably a few, like, sort of shattering noises, as they hit the floor. And there's pieces on the floor now that weren't there before.
I think they sort of stare dumbly at it and then they get out of their seat.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to have you roll another perception, but are you looking around the party in general?
Yes.
Alright. I'm still going to give you that nat 20, because holy shit, a nat 20.
No speak. Oh, hang on.
Criminal activity.
Go, shoot, be free. There, now that the engine's been cut with a knife. Alright.
Boy. I should probably warn this is high angst. Fuck, I should have done that earlier. Whoops.
Sorry, beloved audience member.
Sorry, beloved audience member. Whoops. Don't call us out like this. Hey, don't.
From the gallery, we just gotta figure it's you two.
Gods. Regardless, Coriolis, you're standing and looking around this party, and you notice a it's an unnaturally high congregation of people who don't seem to be really milling in a natural way. It's sort of like they're crowding around this single person trying to move through them. There is constantly these same waiters going in and out trying to hand him drinks. And even among the crowd, you notice that it's these small, the small little goat horns that sort of poke up from his head. And he's just, even without being able to see his face, you can tell he's trying to move through this crowd as quickly as possible. But Coriolis, with a nat 20, you also notice something else. At the tail end of the crowd, never seeming to get caught on anyone, never seeming to have any trouble moving through them, just walking at a slow, persistent pace, is a very, very familiar figure. And not in the good way.
Oh boy.
What do you do?
Hang on. Do. Dirty 20 for a wisdom saving throw.
You're doing pretty good.
They are going to intercept in between the satyr and the familiar figure.
I wiggle. Would you like to roll me a dex?
Sure.
Do.
7.
Coriolis, you try to sort of move into this crowd to get, like, closer to this figure or the satyr, but there's too many people. They're unnaturally hard to move through, even if you're using force. It's like there's this sort of barrier keeping you from intercepting, and it's frustrating.
One of the things that they have the mobile feat. And when they take the dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on that turn. Could they dash to try to make it over there?
I'm going to say this is dream logic. You, Coriolis, I hold your shoulder. You are trying your fucking best to move through these people. Some people who none of these people look familiar, not in the slightest. You don't recognize any of these figures, especially because half of them are wearing masks. You don't recognize anyone. But every time you dash forward and think you're gaining ground, it just seems infinitely farther. And just it seems like a hopeless situation. It's not. And Coriolis, you see one of those waiters sort of walk up beside you and take a drink off of their tray and sort of try handing it to you.
I think that, they start to refuse and they pause because they remember how this went. They remember how. And what they're going to do is they're going to take the drink and trip deliberately. And
Mhm.
the drink is going to splash, and if things go the way that they did in real life, they'll wind up on someone's sleeve. The drink will.
Hmm. Hmm. I sit back and consider what to do. God. Man. I wiggle. Just. Coriolis, you trip. Deliberately.
Mm.
And, your drink does splash against someone. And, you look up momentarily to see these. God. Man. Alright. You look up and you see these acidic green eyes staring at you for a moment before moving on.
19 on the saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to grab his. They're going to grab his arm.
Mm.
And they go, "I'm so sorry, sir. It must have been an accident. I can't apologize enough." And they can, underneath those words is not another voice, but the same voice, younger, stammering, not monotone like they're saying, but like, I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean. It must have been an accident. And they're not fading into the memory, but they are invoking it. Because that was the second they got his attention.
God. God, I wiggle. This is not how I was expecting this to go, but this is a lovely turn of events.
I will say,
Man.
if they manage to grab this figure's coat, his sleeve, can feel their large hand shaking, like a little kid's who's scared.
Coriolis, you grab this figure's arm, and it's distinctly the same person you expect it to be. Do you like to roll just one perception, please?
$20.
He seems a bit off to you. It's not like a posture thing. Just little exaggerations. You're 100% sure that he does not have an angler that dangles across his face like this. You're sure his sort of complexion doesn't. It's off. It's just off. It's like the whites of his eyes seem to be glowing just a little bit, and his smile spreads further than it should. But he looks kind, and he looks nice, and he looks polite while in the light of his angler.
God, even with, they're doing alright with their wisdom saving throws so far, but they're just, they're terrified. They hate this, they hate this, they hate this.
Also, Coriolis, I will give you with a dirty 20. The satyr has successfully made it out of the crowd and there's... God, I wiggle. You can hear a sort of distant crashing of waves, and it's just, oh, I am so sorry. No, you're all right, I swear. Comforting voice coming from this person that you're holding on to.
No, really. Let me buy you a drink, sir, to make it up to you. I should have been looking where I was going. I didn't realize what I was falling into.
He smiles at you, and everything kind of flickers for a moment. And by everything, I mean the little angler on his head flickers. Just for a moment, and can you roll me another whiz save?
Sure. 13.
13. Coriolis. What specific face haunts your nightmares?
His.
The exact one.
His.
That's fair enough. His smile is far too wide, and it's a slightly open smile. And you can see rows of teeth where he normally only had one pair.
I think
Go ahead.
if you'll let me, his skin has the sourness of rotting flesh. There's an ethereality to him that comes to the departed as they are laid before their loved ones to be seen one last time. And his hair and his clothes and all about him is caught the debris of the deep ocean. As if he has just come back from a place few people, Coriolis among them, has seen.
You okay there out there? You got some background noise?
Yeah, people are talking outside my door for some reason.
I wiggle at you.
Anyways, they're not doing great, they're doing worse.
And he is holding on to their arm. He's sort of... God, it's... I will slightly add to your imagery.
One sec, sorry.
Okay.
Is it your turn or mine to do the chickens?
Mine.
Okay.
Why?
I blanked on for a moment. I was just trying.
Yep. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, look at that. The mute button didn't work. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Hi.
Hi. You forgot to mute, so I just turned you down a bit on my end.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. There were some snippets of the conversation, I think, but I couldn't hear most of it.
Yeah, you probably only caught, the last 4 digits of my social security number.
Oh no. How horrible.
No, it's just making sure that we know whose turn it is to do the chickens tonight. It's mine.
Do you need to go do that now, or?
No. It's probably not for a while.
Okay.
Within the next hour or so.
Okay.
But, I'm sorry, you were trying to say something.
To slightly add, I think there's a slight bioluminescent quality to, just how the skin tone changes.
Hmm.
How something like a squid would sort of have these like dots of colors that change, that turn brighter in this complete black darkness.
And they're in darkness now. They've left the bar.
They've left the bar. And you can still feel his grip on your shoulder, on your arm.
Without meaning to, I don't think they can really help it. And I don't think they're really even aware of what they say. They say, please, come sit down with me. I am Prometheus of the Fleet of Storms.
There's a wicked grin. And just... No, I'm pretty sure you're the Oarsman, aren't you?
They...
I do not want to go into a captain speech. This is an FPS recording, beloved.
No, I'm considering. I'm looking at their shit.
I cannot go into a captain speech.
No, please, like, that will take us from high into, like, this fucking Everest, in terms of the Angst rating.
Uh-huh.
But they have a feature, as a monk, called, I'm looking for it. I just fucking saw it. As an action, can use stillness of mind, and one effect causing you to be charmed or frightened.
Is that like a save, or is that just something you can do?
That's an action.
Okay. There's Coriolis. Maybe it's... You sort of like take a breath. And I would say it works. However you want to flavor this, darling.
I think that when they hear the name Oarsman, they shut their eyes, and the darkness is still there, but it's like a darkened stage where full of the props of the deck of the ship, and the bench they had to sit on, and the chains that held them there. And then they look up, eyes still closed, and they see the moon, and it pulling on the waves, pulling them and shaping them all over the planet, molding the tides. And they open their eyes, and they are the Coriolis. And they're going to spend a key point to take the disengage action.
It's very easy to sort of get yourself out of his grasp. Because he lets you. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't have time for you. And they're going to go look for Seeker.
You hear a haunting chuckle, sort of echo from behind you. And you hear You're not looking at him anymore, are you?
They're backing away.
You hear a haunting sort of laugh as he looks at you. The little angler on the top of his head flickering back on, getting rid of all of the more scary shit he just had. Looking pleasant. You know, fit for society again. He goes, I need to get my captain voice.
Oh, 1 sec. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay too. How you feeling? I know you've been sort of teased by this character, but we haven't been able to talk about it so much. But and of course your first introduction is literally the scary fucking dream version that Seeker dreams up.
Hello.
Yeah? You good?
Yee.
Hmm.
Alright, sorry.
Let me get my captain voice again. Then let's make this a game now. And his smile sort of widens, and he pulls out a chain that he sort of flips over, like it's loose and it over his arms and it drags across the floor. It's sort of like I do wiggle. And in the other one, he pulls out what seems to be a harpoon gun. We can see who catches him first.
Or we couldn't. And they're going to,
Apologies. It's funny you think you have control here. And it really is entertaining. You think you have control on my ship. And Coriolis, this man fades into the fucking wall.
Before they do that, do they have enough time to get an attack in? A ranged one.
You can sure try. What do you want to do?
You can generate a bolt of lightning in your hand, which you can use to make attacks in combat.
Go fucking ahead.
Okay. So, that would be their intelligence modifier plus their proficiency bonus. Let me go look at both. Okay. Does an 18 hit?
I will say, an 18 does hit. I'm not gonna have you roll damage. This is a dream. You hit him with this lightning bolt, and it sort of I don't know where you aim it, but where it ends up hitting is right across his chest, in a very similar maybe position, to something else. But you see, do you want to roll wisdom? Just a straight wisdom.
Okay.
Not a save, not anything of the sort, just a wisdom.
12.
Okay, I'm gonna say that doesn't make it. There's this sort of, it leaves an afterglow across Captain's body that looks very similar to some sort of lightning scar, but he does not look phased. And the walls shift and they move, and you can hear the sloshing water outside. And the angler flickers, and you see that same sort of deep sea captain version once more. And the walls, the boards open up to accept their captain in a loving embrace.
Mm.
And he's gone. Hey Coriolis, I'm not gonna have you roll for this. After that sort of show, because things lit up after you did that for a bit. You didn't really hear it, but you saw water starting to sort of gather on the floor.
Mm.
What do you do?
They're going to go through the ship to the place where they know the songbird was kept.
Would you like to roll a survival?
Sure. $22.
Damn! You know, this is not how I expected this going, but I'm actually quite liking how it's turning out. This is not the ship you remember it being. It seems a lot bigger, a lot more winding, a lot more twisted. You even ended up above deck at one point, somehow, despite going down the stairs.
Mm.
And it wasn't your stop. It obviously wasn't. But like looking out, you can see it was very dark, very stormy. And the mast was still intact. Probably barely. But that's not your stop.
Mm.
No, go ahead.
I think they do pause for a second before they head back down, and they breathe in the ozone. And they remember.
I wiggle.
So where is this fucking goat, though?
So where is this fucking goat, though? You head back below deck. Would you like a roll of perception while you're going?
Please. $13.
I'm going. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give one of these things to you. I'm gonna give multiple things to you. As you're going along, you can periodically hear, very ominous sounds of footsteps, sort of the swinging of a chain, probably like idle swinging. You know how it is.
Mm.
Uh, just sort of casually meandering their way through these halls as he continues his own hunt. You, Coriolis, sort of start to navigate to these areas are turning. Which area for where Songbird was kept are you going to? Before or after?
Before or after? Probably after.
Alright. Oh boy. Hold on. I'm actually gonna message you just to make sure we got like the before and after event on the same page.
Sure. Do 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 do. Actually, you know what? They'll try before. Because they
Okay.
know that if it's after, that might break bad for them.
Uh-huh. Alright. That place is a little bit harder to navigate because you haven't been there often. I do a gesture. But you as you're going along these hallways, the water's getting sort of more pooled in here. It's kind of rushing past your boots. In a sort of downward sort of motion. Strangely enough. And you see little bits of like broken pieces of chain. Like it's punched, like they had punched a hole through the wall and then attached to something before it kind of broke off. And I'm going to go roll something for Seeker at this point, just to see how well he's doing with this. I am just going to roll a straight strength. Buddy, that's a 6. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Alright, Coriolis, you hear a sort of snap of another chain, hit something in the distance, towards where you're going. I wiggle at you. I'm sorry, this is taking a long time. I have brain rot.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
Good.
They're going to run 55 feet of movement, whatever that's worth.
There's you turn a corner and it's the place where they kept Songbird before. In sort of you know those, I'm doing a flicking motion with my finger and I know this doesn't explain anything. That sort of grate that they have at the top of the ship. That leads to the lower decks. It's right under there. Right where his voice could be heard the loudest and he didn't have to be moved. A wiggle. And you see Seeker. There is one chain sort of wrapped around one of his legs. And another one kind of pinning his arm. And both of them are leading into the woodwork. I do wiggle at you. He does not seem to notice you. He's pretty desperately trying to get these chains off. You can probably put together he managed to avoid a few, but it's not working anymore.
Beacon.
He does not respond.
Beacon, let me see those. We'll get you out of here.
Do you get closer?
They fall into their knees next to him.
Seeker looks at you. And just this. It looks like Seeker from before. And God, I'm gonna roll with this save even with a more higher roll. Yeah, I'm not gonna say a 10 makes it. No, he's pretty freaked out. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Uh,
They fall into their knees and they take his very small hands in theirs and they bow their head. They very quietly go, "Please don't be scared of me. Please."
God, I'm wiggling more. Just. Coriolis, as you fall to your knees, you can feel the water level sort of. It's higher than it was before.
Mm.
It sort of seems to be gathering in this spot. It would be probably to Seeker, like halfway up his shins.
Mm. I'll say, for a side note, Seeker, I think, sees the oarsman.
Hmm.
Younger than Coriolis, but not by much. Hair matted, left loose and left to tangle in the weather. Both eyes, all of their face left, but so sallow, so dulled.
God.
And I think that, like, now that they've taken the moment not to meet his eyes, it feels natural not to meet his eyes. And instead they focus on the chains, and they're going to, instead of trying to break the metal, they're going to try to break the wood.
Mm-hmm. The thing about breaking the wood, Coriolis, is that these chains don't seem to be attached to the wood. They come from inside of it.
Mm.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll something. Don't mind me. You know, it'd be fun if I rolled another one of these. Alright, that was a 2. There's Coriolis, you see sort of. I don't know if they've been able to put together what this is at this point. I made it pretty obvious earlier, but it's. You hear a slate, like a rattle sound, and you see another chain pull taut on one of his arms. His other arm.
Mm. They grab it before it can pull him anywhere.
Mm-hmm. I wiggle at you.
Mm.
I will say, Seeker himself is like very silent, probably expected. Just sort of, kind of, just. He's not like being here. He's not like being here at all. And just staring at you with those big gold goat eyes.
Mm.
He looks terrified.
Oh God. Oh, that's a whiz save. A 10. Oh, okay. The oarsman backs away. Slowly, like they can't bear it. But they can't scare him. It hurts them to scare him.
God. I think without that point of contact that Coriolis was giving him, he sort of struggles a bit further. Now more panicked because he has nothing to ground him other than what's literally grounding him right now, which is not great. I'm gonna roll another whiz save. Just to see how you doing, buddy. That's natural 1.
Meaning a -1.
Yep. Coriolis, you feel the boat sort of you hear the boat creak. And something in the distance cracks. And everything shudders downwards. And there's more water flowing to this one spot.
21 for wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
This could never work in real life. It could never work in real life. But they're the Coriolis. And the Coriolis effect controls the flow of water all over the earth. They're going to basically sink. They're on their knees. They're going to bow their head down underneath the water. They're bowing very deeply before Seeker. And the Coriolis is going to pull the water. What sort of check would that be?
I'm gonna say, for a 21,
I don't know.
This is fucking dream logic, my dude. The tides are at your command. This may not be your boat, but it sure as hell is your fucking ocean. What would you like to do with the water?
They're gonna get it hell away from their satyr.
Mm-hmm. It's almost uncanny, really. Not uncanny, but the water sort of pools for a moment, in a bit of a whirlpool around Seeker as the walls. It dries just around his feet, and then it builds and builds into 2 solid walls of water on both ends of this corridor.
They're going to smash the ship apart.
Would you like to roll wisdom?
Sure. Come on, Coriolis, be cool. 6.
I'll give you advantage.
17.
Yeah! Okay. Coriolis. The last thing... I'm going to also roll a wisdom. Dun, 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 dun. Hey! Okay. The last thing collapsing under a force that it cannot stand. And Coriolis, you are awake. You are in your own body. And Seeker is also awake. And he takes this very, very startled gasp of a breath. And, God, he's still on top of you, basically. He was curled up in a little ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll a dex to see if he falls off.
Well, hold on, because they're going to wrap him up in their arms and bury their face in his shoulder.
There's a pause and like a sort of noise. And Seeker still dealing with the aftermath of that dream, cause holy fuck.
God, I'm sorry. Would you mind a break while I take care of my chickens?
Yes, go take care of your chickens.
Alright. We will be back shortly, folks. Probably won't take me more than 10 minutes.
Okay. Good luck, beloved.
And we're back.
And we're back. God, I really want to have Coriolis roll perception, but I know they just woke up.
Sure.
Alright. Would you like to roll perception?
Mm-hmm.
Just for a quick little thing. Don't worry about it. Just a quick little thing.
Dice parser isn't letting me see that.
Dice parser doesn't exist. You didn't put anything in FPS notes.
I mean, it's doing that thing where it's there, but it's shaded.
So it's taking forever to load.
It's taking forever to load.
Okay, I guess we got another 10-minute break.
No. God damn. Why is my internet like this? Why are you like this, internet?
How can you upload an FPS in like 10 minutes and not be able to send a single message on Discord?
I don't know. I can see KT in the nosebleeds.
I think
KT.
you might just.
Oh,
I think it would be better.
Deleted. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be better just to resend it.
I went to the nosebleeds. Like, hi, KT. It came back. There's nothing.
There's nothing. It's just gone. Is there still nothing?
Fuck a duck. I mean, I can see it. It says, exclamation mark D20 plus 6. It just isn't going through. Yep, now it's, okay, I'm gonna retry. I know it's my computer that's pulling this shit.
I just rolled a d20 in there and got a 3.
Auspicious. I'm going to disconnect my internet and, yeah, again, like, it's just going red. Hang on.
I can't help you there, beloved.
I'm going to disconnect my internet and try again.
Okay. Oh god, it loaded!
Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't think it even dropped me. Good things come to those who wait.
That's a nat 20. Okay. Literally. Jeez. You almost instantly notice, outside of your panic, hey, Coriolis.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that little ghost girl?
Yes.
There is a small, not terribly small, very child-looking, ghost with very vine-like hair, with a small scattering of flowers that kind of just is staring at you two for a moment before kind of blinking and seeing that you're awake, and she fades out of sight.
They just sort of sign language hello the space where she was and just shut their eyes just because they don't have the bandwidth right now.
We'll say Seeker's end of the Seeker's end of this chain is just a lot of emotions and feelings.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah, there's a lot of emotions and feelings.
A lot of
lot of
emotions
them.
and feelings. There's a lot right now. Just, it's... I wiggle. He's just kind of like processing. Fucking processing. And very, very silent.
Hey. Doing okay.
Hmm. I wiggle at Coriolis. There's a lot of brain fog on Seeker's End right now.
I think they're going to sit up and sort of transfer him into their lap and just sort of like just hold.
Hold like teddy bear.
And they're not touching his neck at all. They're not even like, I think that they lay the flat of their thumb very carefully against his wrist, each on each one, so he can feel that they're not bound. They're just going to rub his back soothingly.
I wiggle.
Mm,
I wiggle at you.
I wiggle back.
Okay. Let me roll. Oh, another wisdom. It's for the wisdom. That's a 17. You feel Seeker's mind kind of slowly sort of blink back into existence. Like, sort of exit that kind of foggy state that it was in before. Just no real thoughts. Just sort of trying to ebb away at that numb feeling. Just curl his hands a bit. Probably blink a few times.
There you are. I was looking for you.
I think you hear a "oh shit" inside of his mind. Cause he forgot about this. Somehow. And he doesn't say anything, but he kind of like looks backwards and up at them.
Their one eye is crying. They look pretty raw.
I wiggle. Getting like a better look at his face, it does look like he was probably crying in his sleep. It's just
He's not.
there's. Go ahead.
He's not so much like squeezed closer, but like sort of pressed. Just like
I wiggle again.
just very, very just. Oh, this boy. Oh, they love having him here. They like it's.
Sorry. Go ahead.
They are 100% happy that he is here. And like it's. I think like their brain is sort of stuttering and stopping and not processing certain things. But he just feels this affection and this overwhelming gratitude that he's alive. and here and okay.
I wiggle. Coriolis gets the unfiltered kind of like hazy thought that you get from like being exhausted and like just waking up. So I took a moment to wiggle, because emotions, damn. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's the unfiltered thought of, damn, a lot more people care about me than I ever intended.
God damn it. Oh, gosh. I think he gets very quiet. Sorry.
I kind of like winces as he speaks because ow, throat dry. They just hear the thought of, no, it's all right. It's not your fault. For everything it's worth, I am also glad you're here. It's not. It's genuine.
I can feel that it is.
Oh, that was me magic. Hi.
Oh, oops.
Yes, Seeker's got very good at voice acting. Of course, doing the blasphemous impersonation of the DM. Anyway. God, I poop you author on the nose. I'm teasing you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wiggle. What you wanna do?
I think just like they just sort of stay there for a long time.
Vibes.
I think there's a little bit of like you know that thing where like you're like you're waiting for your heart rate to go down and you're waiting for your breathing to even out and like you're just sort of like your mind has stopped being actively scared and it's just sort of getting over being scared and like going to different sort of unconnected topics. I think that like Seeker feels them, going over, the ship's roster, who's going to be on the next voyage, when the voyage is, what they're going to be shipping. Feels them go over, May has a song recital soon. Goes over, that bird they met the other day was a bitch. Goes over, sharing a bed with Seeker isn't horrible. And it would be nice to do it when they're a little bit more well-adjusted one day. Goes over, I wonder if they're ever going to get that fucking coat back.
There's a distinct keep wishing it's my coat now.
Oh shit, you can hear me.
He makes a gremlin face.
They lay back again and just sort of like drag him down.
Hey!
They're just chuckling at him. It's a little bit shaky, but it's genuine.
God. I will say most of Seeker's brain is just kind of fuzzy. Still trying not to be as fuzzy, but still pretty fuzzy.
Mm.
You probably feel a lot of the things that you like. There was sort of an echo of whatever they thought in their mind going through his.
Mm. I think they just sort of like they think about being warm and safe. Think about being among friends, being among family. Think about a nice sunny day and standing in water that you're not scared of and watching your family be in the surf and be happy. Think about
I think looking out thinking about being in the surf with like friends and family gets sort of like this kind of intrusive memory of this seemingly European tune promising Seeker to teach him how to surf. And the auxiliary thought of, I never did get those surfing lessons. God.
maybe
Anyway,
like a little
sorry.
thought of like, aren't you allergic to salt?
That's besides the point. I think it looks cool.
Gosh. Again, like they love that he gets fixated on things. It's just it's interesting to talk to him.
I wiggle. Just man.
Mm. What did
I
you
wiggle at you.
What did you see of my parts? The ones I was in.
What?
Of the dream.
Oh. Oh. I they're I'm gonna have Seeker roll history. At disadvantage because dreams are sometimes hard to remember, especially when I don't really want to. That's a 14.
With a 14, Seeker, you remember some the bar is probably not great, and he was there again, not great, and they introduced themselves as, and it doesn't click the way knowing someone's true name would, but you remember them introducing themselves as Prometheus of the Fleet of Storms.
I think those sort of like kind of flicker through his head as he thinks about them.
When he thinks the name, Coriolis sort of reacts, but in sort of a puzzlement. like, he can feel their mind sort of slide off the syllables. Like a language they don't know.
I wiggle.
Mm.
Do you not recognize that name?
I don't know that I would have been able to. I don't know that I would have recognized that it was a name.
Prometheus.
It just sounds hollow.
Ugh. This is too much for what time is it?
Late.
Fuck, I don't keep clocks.
It's late.
Is it late or is it early?
It's probably early.
We should probably go back to bed. There's the distinct feeling, like the distinct double thought of, I don't want to go back to bed.
Yeah, it's at the very same time, there's the reflex of, I don't want to go back to bed.
Do you just want to... I don't know. We have to wait for Nana to get up, don't we?
Probably.
Do you want to just play cards or something? We could get some, like, tea. Tea's nice.
I think we have tea. I think I got some after your brother gave me some. That was nice.
I'm sorry, my what?
Your brother?
I don't have a brother.
No.
There's very much confusion. He remembers being a single child.
They're just like, oh god, was it a sibling? Did they get the pronouns wrong? Oh god. Sister? I don't know. It's Sammy's an androgynous name and they didn't ask. They thought that they heard a he, him. They really did think that they heard a he, him.
Seeker's confused. It's too early for this.
You know, the nice one. Short, not your short, but like short and rainbow hair.
Everyone's short to you.
Say again?
Everybody is short to you.
And rainbow hair and sort of like a forehead pattern.
Sammy isn't my brother.
Oh, your sibling?
No.
Oh, what's the title?
We're not related.
I mean, well, not by blood, obviously, but like.
What?
Why are you panicking over there?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried.
It's fine. Coriolis, there's that, you know that, like, strange feeling you kept feeling, that you couldn't quite identify? That was the thing I established. You feel that again, but it feels real heavy right now. It's a nice thought, but he's really not my brother.
What is that?
What?
What is that? It's like you've got a box in your head.
Seeker kind of like furrows his brows. Like, I don't know what you mean.
No, the box.
What box?
The box. You know the box.
I don't know the books.
You,
What
you,
books are you talking?
you get the,
Like,
the mental, feeling that they're trying to point, but they're pointing somewhere where you can't physically look. There, like the box.
Seeker has no idea what they're talking about. This boy's not emotionally smart.
It feels like... It feels like something's weighted down at the bottom of your mind.
Oh, that's not ominous. That's not ominous at all.
It feels ominous.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what that is.
Should probably get that checked out.
Probably. He says this like you have the mental feeling. He'll probably either not do it or procrastinate very heavily.
You know what? You can, if you take that to a professional, or I don't know, whoever, I'm tired, and you come back and you're okay, I will go directly to the store and buy a bed.
Fuck, that's tempting. There. Oh god. Fuck. God damn it, side plot time. You hear that. You hear that in your head, Coriolis. There's it's the strangest thing. There's another one of those weighted feelings. Directly as he thinks that.
Okay. There.
Huh?
Like right there. Can you, in the notebook, there's a notebook in the coat, can you get it out and a pen?
I'm gonna roll an insight on myself. Nope, she has no fucking idea.
Oh my god.
Damn. That's a 9. Anyway, Steve kind of like ruffles through the coat, into one of the pockets.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
the wrong pocket.
No, other
He
pocket.
goes into the pocket.
No, not that pocket. The other pocket.
Why is there so many pockets on here?
Okay, it's sort of like...
Is this a checkbook?
Put it back.
Okay.
Like, it's sort of like situated sort of left butt cheek, sort of.
Uh-huh.
On you will probably be around mid-knee, so
Okay.
maybe a little bit lower.
Hold on. Are like they leaned backwards. Seeker has to sit up on their chest.
They're just, like, they've given up on life. They're just, like, letting him wriggle around up there.
God.
Okay,
I
there.
wiggle.
That's it.
Oh, this? Okay.
No, that's a checkbook.
Why do you have 2 checkbooks?
One of them is Nona's.
Why do you have Nona's checkbook?
Because she's banned from the bank.
Why is she banned from the bank?
Because she has a motor knife and she's not afraid to use it.
Why is she using a butcher's knife at the bank?
There was an altercation.
What sort of altercation?
Like an altercation.
Well, what did she stab someone out of the bank?
Technically.
What do you mean, technically?
I mean, technically, can I please have my notebook?
No, what do you mean You technically stabbed them. No, to technically stab someone. What does that mean? How do you technically stab someone?
I mean, it was technically like a demon.
What do you mean it was a demon?
And it was technically trying to stab someone else.
What is with the technicallys?
I mean, it's sort of like stabbing but like for the immortal soul. Can I please have my notebook? It's late or it's early. I don't know.
Fine, have your notebook. Seeker tosses the notebook at their face.
Ow. May I have a pen?
Yes, you may have the pen. Does not toss the pen, but rather places it in their hands.
Thank you. And they write down all the instances that have provoked that feeling.
Uh-huh.
And they go, wait, and they sort of squint and they go, Seeker. Hey,
Yes.
hey, Seeker, I love you very much.
Yep,
Does it make the,
sure does.
they write that down. Also people, love and respect you and value your company. Does it make the feeling?
Yes, it does.
They write that down. I enjoyed getting ice cream with you earlier. Does it make the feeling?
No.
Okay, they write that down on a separate page. Cats are delightful. Does it make the feeling?
No.
They're just going to go back and forth on this, just like what does, what doesn't, what does, what doesn't.
Mm-hmm. I wiggle.
Okay. So, according to my notes,
Uh-huh.
you are, I'm going to say, physically unable to accept praise and affection.
Huh?
Okay, look at this list.
Uh-huh.
This was every time I got that feeling. These
Uh-huh.
were all the times that I didn't get that feeling.
Uh-huh.
Do you see sort of one could call it a correlation? Sort of a trend?
I mean, me being a good storyteller is on the side that didn't get the feeling.
You know, that's actually fair. Wait, hang on just one more time. You're a fantastic storyteller. Does it get the feeling?
There is no feeling. A bit of
Okay.
pride, though. Like, yes, he is.
They put a little, like, a annotation. It feels proud. Okay. I love your stories.
Well, none of them are really mine. I just kind of collect them.
Well, no, but part of what I like about them is that you're the one telling them.
Flattered? God. Still that little bit of pride.
Okay. Well. Anyway, this is for you because it feels sort of creepy to keep. Please don't lose these. Just like can you think of a single thing that all of these things have in common?
Seeger looks at this piece of paper. 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 Coriolis, it's very debatable if he's actually looking at the words. Or if he's just too tired to process reading right now. You know how, like, when you get tired and your eyes hurt if you try reading?
Do you want me to read it out loud to you?
No.
Are you sure?
I got this. It's very debatable if he has this.
I think in his mind, he hears their voice very slowly start reading the list from top to bottom.
There's more of that weird feeling again. I'm gonna roll with save. Don't mind me. Sweet. Wanna roll an insight?
Sure.
Damn, that's a 23. There's there's slight recognition about what this could be, but also like trying to like more weird feeling. But it's just right, these things. Right.
What is it?
I have nothing.
Stop lying.
No.
They pull him down to lie on them again.
Well, I'm currently lying right now.
I said lay.
Yes, but I'm lying down. I'm currently lying.
Tell me. Please. Please. I know I don't have any right. I know that this entire thing is a gross a violation of privacy. But I can't. I am so worried. And they tilt their head away, so that he can't see their one eye, and they swallow sort of hard. I wanted you to be okay for a really long time. We were the ones on deck. We were the ones who were stuck up there, and you were the only one I could see for hours and hours. And I watched them destroy you. And I couldn't do anything. Because they were destroying me too.
Okay. This is fine.
Welcome to Toonkind D&D, folks. It's a funky, fun time about cartoon characters.
Well, they're both real kind, so that's false!
That's the part of what I just said that's false. This is a funky, fun time.
The entire statement is false! Oh god, Seeker's having trouble saying it. Like, even conceptualizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. No, we're gonna dip further into angst. What the fuck is this? Anyway, oh, fuck. This happened. In my funky fresh FPS. God damn it. Eh. It's... It's all the things I shouldn't be.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not supposed to be important enough for any of these things.
But you're you. How could you not be important?
Because I'm me. God, he doesn't... Just kind of... like rubs at his wrists.
God, he feels the distance of, like, just categorically, that's not, no. Seeker's the one that they spent years looking for. Seeker's the one who they had been missing. Every day that he wasn't with them, they felt it. All the time that they spent searching was a loss. Because of him. Because it was him. And I think that, like, the way that this sort of resolves is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's important or not. It doesn't matter what he is to the grand scheme of things. Because he's important to them.
He's important to a lot of people. And if that thought of him being important comes across, you do get Coriolis, you do get flashes of others. Probably a slightly younger adult than both of you. Black hair, cat. There's like a black tuxedo cat that's sitting on Coriolis's lap, and the young man has like tears in his eyes while he's talking to Seeker. There's a chicken just very carefully making a spoon just for him. There's Sammy's very concerned sort of look, telling him he can stay whenever he needs. There's... I wiggle. There's Amber, who looked at him with the most mischievous of smiles, like they're about to go do something very illegal. There's a taller man with curly hair and a long scarf. That Wiggle. That that sort of is shown to be with him in this grand library. It looks like there's there's a garden with another real kind with two pairs of wings, and someone who looks very much like a porcelain statue, who he's writing letters with. And there's there's a Toon with a cherry for a head, and she's giving a wide smile while holding out, trying to like help him adjust a map. And there's a skeleton with holes in his hand, that he's sitting with on top of a Ferris wheel. He knows people cares about him. And then there's them, who sitting back in the snow, looking so shocked to even see him. Am I missing anyone else in this parade? I come over the timeline real fast. Unfortunately, he has not gotten confirmation from Laura yet that Laura thinks they're friends. So, I apologize.
Gosh, it's...
The thoughts kind of fade out to this kind of silence.
Coriolis reaches up and wipes some tears from their eye.
I wiggle. Cool.
I understand not being able to trust that. Or believing it shouldn't be. I really do, Seeker.
Seeker just continues to sit silently. He's done enough emotional vulnerability, and it's not even fucking morning yet. That might be morning. Who knows?
If it's morning, it's only on a technicality.
It's only on a technicality. I will say he does feel kind of raw, like something that he was not prepared to address has been kind of like ripped out of its place.
I don't know how to convince you that you have a right to be here.
There's that feeling again. I wiggle. God, Seeker's just giving me silence.
Yeah, it's Coriolis is also not exactly not precisely chatty.
I hand you a depressed satyr, Coriolis.
They hold him very, very close.
I'm gonna roll a con real fast. I can actually roll with a positive modifier for once, because he's not wearing his shoes. Okay, he doesn't fall asleep.
And they just, man. I think they just hold. They just hold.
Just hold.
They just feels the affection sort of waft off them. It's they're coming to terms with the fact that they can't fix this problem. They can't convince him of shit.
There's this sort of like silent acceptance of the affection. Just yeah. He's important to a lot of people. He knows that. He knows that far too well.
Seeker, could I ask you a question?
Yes?
If someone came to you and said that they could undo it all, that they could make it so that no one ever heard your titles, no one knew your face, you could pass into obscurity, would you take it?
No. I'm afraid I've become something too key.
And that's only why?
There's a bit more of that weird feeling, but also he doesn't know. He just flat out doesn't fucking know.
Years ago, my mother brought me to a witch who said that she could do whatever I wanted. I could be whatever I wanted to be if I gave her something precious. If I gave them something precious, they could make me the surpasser of any teacher in any craft I wanted. They could undo the seas for me, if only I gave them what they needed.
Did you take it?
No.
Why not?
Mostly because my mother was watching. Our people, our fleet, together, when they work together, they can accomplish. And you get images in your mind of a tsunami falling to pieces, flowing into calm waters. You see a hurricane conjured of nothing. You see oceans rise and fall and turn upside down at the beck and call of song, sung by thousands upon thousands of voices. when we work together, we can do a lot. But we can't sing unless we trust each other. So there is a test that when we stand among our own, we will stay true. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad. It doesn't matter, if you're only doing it because, someone's watching. But what are you like in a group? What are you like when you are looking at the proof that your actions have consequences outside your own? And I think about what it felt like to look at the witch and see her smile and know that she was being genuine. I think a lot about why people make the wishes they do. What comes of those wishes. If they'd make other wishes, if only they could know that it wouldn't hurt anyone else. If only they knew that the only person whose their consequences affected was them.
Honestly, most of those sound like a hubris moment waiting to happen.
I think that was the point of the test. Regardless, it's... I don't even remember what shore that was on, but regardless, don't leave. Don't disappear.
I'm not planning on it.
Don't.
I literally just said I'm not planning on it.
No one plans on leaving. Or they rarely do. We didn't. I bet you told someone that you'd be right back.
I think we established that yesterday. And again, that sort of flash of Avery. Little tiny baby Avery. Like an elementary schooler.
Mm.
I'd
And
let you.
yeah, gosh. When something like that happens again. Because there's always going to be another storm. Make it home.
There's the instant feeling of, I can't promise that.
I'm not asking for a promise. I'm just asking that you'll try.
Of course I'll try.
Thank you.
That he did promise.
Can I ask what the fuck was up with the chicken?
Uh, uh, there's the mental image of a corkboard. There's there's a mental photo of the chicken placed in the middle. There's a lot of red strings. Something that chicken is a. I think I knew that chicken in the past, but I'm not sure. And they're slightly overbearing to me now. Very good. more little confusion marks.
I mean, I don't understand how, it's, a chicken is a chicken, right?
Apparently not.
A chicken is not a chicken?
I think this chicken is a chicken, but not the chicken, like, not a chicken.
Not a chicken.
Yes.
And they think they know you?
No, other way around.
You think you know them.
Yes.
You know a chicken.
Coriolis? God.
Mm-hmm.
There's seeing, Coriolis sees, like, this small little tiny baby chicken, that he's holding,
Mm-hmm.
in these little tiny itty bitty satyr hands.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Shush.
How are your hands even smaller?
I was a child. That's how children work.
You already have the little kid hands.
I do not have little kid hands.
Look, they're small and soft and cute.
You're about to catch these hands.
Oh no, tiny hands, my only weakness.
Oh, God. He flicks them on the nose.
Eh.
That's it. I'm getting up and I'm going to go find tea.
No, wait.
You can't stop me. He starts to roll off.
Wait. They're just like, no, wait, come back. They make no effort to, like, actually stop him. They're just like, no.
Seeker gets to the door, pauses at the door. I don't know where the kitchen is.
My evil plan comes all together.
Oh well, time to go wander around the spooky, mysterious ship until I get probably attacked by ghosts or something.
Have fun.
Or have a panic attack.
Alright, I'm getting up. God damn it.
God.
They roll up and very carefully stands up straight. There is an audible pop, 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 crack.
This doesn't sound great.
It's fine. It's just my spine.
I don't know if spines are supposed to be making that sound.
Oh, sure they do. That's how they say hi.
I don't think spines should be saying hi.
Tell me more about this chicken.
Alright, this chicken, hey, would it be funny, Arthur, if Nona was on the other side of this door?
It would indeed be funny.
Seeker opens the door to, like, look like he's gonna... Oh, shit. There's this oh shit reaction. I'm not even gonna have him roll. He's too tired to process it right now.
Does he shut the door in her face?
Yes. You know what? He'll get to you at a different time.
You know I got the key to this room, right? This is where I work.
Seeker opens the door. Come back if you have tea. Closes the door.
You hear a thunk against the door.
Seeker, unfazed. I've solved that problem.
Coriolis comes over and opens the door. The door has a butcher's knife in it.
Seeker walks over to the butcher's knife. Is it, like, embedded in the door?
Yes.
Can he pull it out of the door?
Roll strength.
13?
You cannot. The DC was 13.
Hey, Coriolis. Can you help me claim my free knife?
Get out of the fucking doorway, Seeker.
No, I don't want to.
Coriolis will pick him up.
No. My hubris. You pick him up.
Yes. Alright.
God, this man's exhausted. He
Well,
did not get good sleeps.
you both look exhausted. This is actually good news.
Why is this good news?
Because you're not a hive mind, insane. She starts taking off like on fingers, and Coriolis is just like, okay.
Oh, Descent in the Madness could be good, really good right about now.
You hush, you need tea.
I need tea. I do agree with this.
You can have tea once I untangle the two of you. Okay.
I mean, Coriolis could just put me down.
And Nona's has retrieved her butcher's knife, and is advancing on you and is going, okay, now stand still.
You know what? This is not the way I thought I'd die.
Trust me,
I didn't anything.
if I wanted you dead, you would be dead.
Well, yes, you have a knife.
God.
Seeker has fully accepted this fate. This might as well happen at this rate.
Gosh. And Seeker's is going to be carried back over to the cot and held like a teddy bear.
Okay, this is fine.
And hang on, let me find the spell. Greater Restoration.
Greater Restoration. I know we wanted to do something funky with this spell.
Sorry, I'm just going to put it in FBS notes.
Hey.
And she flips the knife, and you see Dreg's symbol on the side of the knife, and places it so that the blade is facing her and the blunt edge is facing the two of you. And she sort of puts it in between your heads, and she takes a deep breath and lets it out in sort of a rush, like the crashing of a wave. In and out. In and out. And you feel... It feels like someone like when you get an involuntary muscle. It feels like something like twisting or like spasming inside, but it's your brain.
There's a very... Seeker feels uncomfortable.
Coriolis is
He's
also not a fan.
Yeah.
And on the third breath, actually, your view of the med bay sort of flickers away. And you... Seeker, you are strong. You feel very strong. You feel young and clumsy and like your bones kind of ache and your limbs won't exactly do what you want them to.
Mm-hmm.
You feel very young, but you feel tall and you feel strong. And you're standing on wet sand in your bare feet, and you've got like feet, not hooves.
Uh-oh.
And you look up and you can see the reason why all the water from the sea is gone. It's because that's a tsunami on the horizon. And it
Uh-oh.
is coming quick. But it's
Uh-oh.
okay because this is okay because you're not alone. And you feel an instinct in your chest. You feel that you are equal to this. And you breathe in and you open your mouth to sing. And the vision fades. And can you give me a second when this satyr felt wholly and completely himself?
Oh, God. I think I do a think. Oh, God. I rummage around for Seeker things. Hello, Seeker. Hi, this is you? Fuck. Wholly and completely him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is, at no point in time, it could have been more him.
Yep. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I just realized what I handed you. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
I don't know if you... I don't know what you feel like you've handed me. But I've sure been handed something. Let's see if I get it right, what you're thinking about. You are... Coriolis. You are standing... You are standing in a hall. It's sort of this carved area that probably was once some sort of cave. But it's well lit, the stone's been carved and chiseled, and well kept through hundreds and hundreds of years. This place is old in a way that you almost can't comprehend. And you are very small. There is no one with you right now. You are sort of standing behind some curtains. And you are breathing in and out. And you feel someone walk beside you, and you look up and up with your very small form, to see this very, very tall woman sort of lean down and like smile at you gently, and place a small kiss at your forehead. And she speaks in Sylvan. Are you ready, little liar? And you feel yourself nod. You're not ready, but you are ready. You are ready for this. This is something you'll have to carry for the rest of your life without telling anybody. This will be who you are. This will be everything. That's a lot of pressure. But people get this pressure younger. And you're at least lucky to comprehend the weight that it holds. And she places one hand on your back and sort of... She has to lean down considerably to even do this, but she walks you through the curtains. And even though this kind of looks like some sort of grand chapel beyond these curtains, there's no one here, except for one old soul who stands in front of these 5 statues, 3 smaller ones up front, 2 larger ones in the back, who has this grand tome in front of them. And you're ready for this. God. Fuck, I wiggle. You're led up in front of this... in front of the Namekeeper. And with your mother. She steps behind the podium. In front of the book. Well, not actually in front of the book. Sort of beside it, off to the side where she can't read it. And the tome... The bookkeeper flourishes a quill with his hands and waits. Oh, God. Huh.
I do
God, I'm
wiggle.
overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed. Give me a second.
Hun, you okay, darling?
I never thought I'd have to do this. I'd never thought I had to do this.
Darling, you don't have to.
No, I have to. I'm committing.
Okay. I sit here.
I hand this to Coriolis.
Coriolis isn't Coriolis right now.
Nope. And your mother breathes. Today is the day of your naming ceremony. This is your true name, what you will have for the rest of your life. To keep secret and safe and held, maybe even one day forgotten. Are you ready for this? And do you feel that well of nervous energy that's simmered down by a sense of duty, and you give another nod. Goes, very well. Then by my power as your mother, in front of the Namekeeper, your name is in the dream. The vision cuts off at that moment. And you are back to being you.
And there's a wash of just the strength of what that moment was, of what it meant to craft a tsunami to your will, what it meant to be you. And that swirls and almost dances, and you recognize each other. and then you feel a familiar shape come back over you, and you feel the shape of you sort of, it's like there's something. Before it felt like something had torn, like a hole had been rent. This is not closing the hole, but it's building around it. It's making it less of a wound and more of like a door or a book, something that can be opened and closed. And as Nona's breath comes back out in sort of a rush, like a crashing wave, so does yours, Seeker, and so does Coriolis's. And should you so choose, you are alone in your head.
Seeker is alone in his head. After what? After so long.
I
Feels
think that
weirdly empty in here.
he, like, it's not completely. It's, you can feel them filter through the way that like light filters through stained glass, but they're very much on the outside. It's not like swimming in a big pool of each other.
Mm-hmm.
There is sort of like a frantic sort of like mental tapping.
Seeker is going to answer that tapping.
Hi, quick question. I just want to make super really sure that that cut out when I thought it cut out.
Huh?
Like they are rooting through their brain to just make sure that the thing that they don't want to know, they don't want to know.
No, it's that part's kind of a bit fuzzy. Not gonna lie, may have been some latent magic to prevent just this. Because that would be bad if you could just do some brain shenanigans and find it out instantly.
They're just like,
Yep.
okay, alright, I'm going to need a second. Oh boy. Noon's probably staring. Oh boy. I am no longer panicking, but I'm coming back down to panicking. So, just give me one quick, several seconds. Are you okay?
It's weird having feet. Seeker closes the door to the mental space.
It's got like there's a moment more when like Coriolis has not closed. Like it's the metaphor of the door is imperfect because one can share when the other isn't.
Consider it's like a screen.
Yeah.
Like a. I'm thinking about like one of the those movies that like has the one way window, but you can like turn off and on the one way.
Yeah.
Except it works both ways.
Yeah, and like there's a second where like they don't do that immediately, and then they're like, oh shit, yeah, hang on, and it's a click, and yeah,
Huh.
and they get to their feet, and they're just, okay, thank you, Nona. Why don't we just sit down and have some tea? And Secret, you get the very sort of flicker of like They really need some tea. They need some tea. They need some tea.
Thank you, Nona.
And she sort of snorts and looks at both of them like, you look like you just got run over.
For one.
Oh, hello? Hun, I'm sorry, you're cutting in and out for me.
Hello?
Hi.
I made like a little tired laugh sound. So, hi?
There you are. Sorry,
Hello?
you're cutting in and out for me, dear. I'm so sorry. Hang on.
It'd be it. Oh no.
Well, I certainly hope we're not using this version of the recording. God damn. Okay, there we go. Did that do it?
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, that's I pat you, KT.
Oh?
I pat
Oh, one sec.
you. Talking to KT in the chat while you're gone. I can't believe I can't believe my beloved's gone again. Can you believe this?
Love you.
Love you too. Have fun with your friends.
Hi.
You okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Damn, they really need some tea.
Yep.
God. I wiggle.
Wiggle back.
Seeker is not recounting that dream to Nona.
Yeah, like it's Coriolis is also not like, and like it's I think you get a little bit of them reflecting back on yeah, and it feels personal. Or not, like, it's, of course it's personal, but like there's special meaning to that like if you just watched that that memory like a movie you wouldn't get, but you lived it.
Mm-hmm. I wiggle.
Wiggle back.
Man.
And it's Coriolis will bring you up to the deck and sit you down and pour 2 cups of tea that tastes very familiar. It's the same variety that Sammy has. And I think that maybe our closing shot is them just sort of in peaceful, blessed silence.
Yep. Man.
And Coriolis is just going to like silently reach over and put a hand on Seeker's back.
You're not getting this coat back.
We will talk about it later.
God, Seeker mischievously sips his tea.
For the record, if people assume we're married, if people assume we're engaged, if we get caught up in some sort of quasi-romance subplot, I am blaming it all on you.
Sure, go ahead.
Can I ask why? Why are you inviting this chaos into our lives? Why are you making this complex?
Sigurd does a shrug. And you can't read his thoughts now.
Insight check, and they're poking at the door.
Okay. Go ahead. This is the nosebleeds.
Oh, wait, can't start it.
Hit.
Yeah, they, like, it's... Yeah. Yeah. They just sort of squint. And they're just, like, it's, no, why are you doing this to me?
Fine. You can borrow this coat. How
I
about that?
borrow my own coat.
Well, it's my coat now. You gave it to me.
I loaned it to you
Are you sure?
because you were sad and wet and pitiful and covered in seawater.
Well, I could have survived a little seawater. He sips his tea. Would you like to roll another insight?
Sure. 12.
I'm gonna give this to you because he's not hiding it very well. Just enough to like sort of mess with you. He's messing with you.
Why though? What conceivable reason does he have to torment them? Like
Because it's funny.
they get that. Like, I think that in your head you hear you hear the thought of like, okay, so you're a sadistic little satyr. I like the alliteration.
I think instead of little you should use small. Put that first in the sentence.
A small sadistic satyr.
He cackles.
A small silly sadistic satyr.
A small superfluous statistic satyr.
Give me my coat.
I'll think about it.
No. And we pan out on this.
God, Author beloved, thank you. We didn't have to make a part 6.
Pat on the back for us. God damn.
It's been 2.5 hours.
Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you, KT. It's... Gosh darn it. If you made it through all 5 parts, we applaud you. We love you. You are our friend. And oh my
I'm sorry
gosh.
for this being the only place that I dropped a ton of Seeker lore. Getting it out of him normally is like trying to pull out teeth with like a pair of pliers and not proper dental supplies.
It's... Gosh. It's... For the most part, they have privacy, but, like, we have established in stuff that happens later than this that, like, it's not perfect. And, like, they get, like, little flashes.
Yup.
We'll talk about how to, like, make that, like, a D&D mechanic later, but, for now...
I just think it's funky.
Gosh. I love you, dear.
I love you too. Shit, we're still on recording. Wait.
Goodbye, folks.
Bye.